cause I got a rich soul. You can call me Al Green, and I stand above all like my name was Yao Ming. But they still sleeping on me, all they do is count sheep. Ouchies, what they say when I turn rowdy, and I make them out bleed as they spitting out teeth. Don't doubt me, cause I always give a pound it. And you know I stay fly, but they live without wings. Right, danger, when the people come in here, Chuck Taylor, all-star, sharp enough to cut paper. Go nuts when he builds up anger, crush traders, unfair. How I show them up because I'm some major. Beating y'all down, I'm a drunk player. Bust haters, turn your face red like a drunk painter. Take my advice, you should always act right. If you come up in my house, I'll throw you out. Mad wives and me against you, that's a pretty sad fight. Wouldn't last 5 minutes, that's if I attack light. They say I'm half white, but they know I rap tight. That's why these cats don't talk, so I won't end their last life. And it's swag up mine, something you can't find. Try to step on me, I'm blowing up like landmines. Started with a scholar in a dream, and you know that. Shout out J. Cole, how you doing? It's a throwback. I don't sit still, keep it moving like a nomad. Laying down at home, writing lyrics on my notepad. I'm ready for the money, and I'm ready for the romance. I see the big attention, must be something like a Kodak. If I ever make it, you can bet I never go back. If I ever make it, I ain't never about to go back. Evil on the track, you know I spit fire. Come at me, I strike back like the Empire. They always tryna bite my style like 10 tigers, but I'm still battering these rappers, call it energizer. Yeah, and you know I rap best. All they do is get pocket, they a bunch of Aztecs. And like a straight A student, all I do is pass tests. On the road to my dreams, I don't need a map quest. I wish a rapper would like pennies in a well. If they try to score me, they gon' get themselves expelled. I got that magic, I'm like Nicky with the spells. And I'm nasty with the pen, I'm so icky that I smell. If they trip it, I can have them all rewired in a set. They think they fly the insects, I be flying in a jet. All right, no right, I call it a pillow pet. When I be one of the biggest threats, you live in my silhouette. See, I don't just rap for fun, I also rap for fun. Chapter 1, need a helping hand, get a million fans. Chapter 2, I come out to you, I'ma steal your fans. Chapter 3, money in my hands, money in my hands. 3 in a row like tic-tac-toe, make a hit, that's go when to get back home. Then make another hit, run 3 bases, and let's split fast, hope I get back home. Let's split that flow, make the kids eyes flowing again, just make them more fast clothes. I'm hot like a little match, you better put with the tic-tac, little my soul. Started with scholar in a dream, and you know that. Shout out J. Cole, how you doing? It's a throwback. I don't sit still, keep it moving like a nomad. Laying down at home, writing lyrics on my notepad. I'm ready for the money, and I'm ready for the romance. I see the big attention, must be something like a Kodak. If I ever make it, you can bet I never go back. If I ever make it, I ain't never about to go back.
Flow harder than lit stove, no lit stove, and yes, so my parts are different. I be speaking wrong roses, SS3s and SEDs, so we get to these niggas be frontin' like it's our first team. I mean time. Sorry, I'm not thinking straight. Niggas be hating on me and it's giving me a migraine. Pass the Tylenol, around with the PM so I can live my dreams lucidly and also PM. I'm hating back and niggas fall back like some dominoes. I don't care if you like me, I'm not begging you like dominoes. Stay one up in these hoes like Mario, and them talk is real cheap. You niggas looking Dollar General. Murder flows like tampons, I'm bent on changing the rap game like some diapers. Gunning for the top like a sniper. Haters said he hater, we elevating, I see the money. Got a nigga salivating. Freeze of the worldly, niggas can't serve me. Probably wanna jail me with such adversity. Cause I'm a monster, try to buy my side, your heart stop. Like a girl wanna hear my pin drop. I say record, so I sleep on the jump and got these dogs and chat my season alive. Bless, show me the rapper that I haven't pooped on. Cause I'm getting kinda tired, I'm looking like Lou Ron.
Started with a scholar in a dream, and you know that. Shout out J. Cole, how you doing? It's a throwback. I don't sit still, keep it moving like a nomad. Laying down at home, writing lyrics on my notepad. I'm ready for the money, and I'm ready for the romance. I see the big attention, must be something like a Kodak. If I ever make it, you can bet I never go back. If I ever make it, if I ever make it, if I.
Hey guys, come on in, guys. We're gonna get started in a minute. Thank you, Lady Sunflower. Be safe. Be safe.
It's Eva. Okay. People always talking, wonder what's the topic. All up on me, they're gonna end up blasted off just like a rocket. And I'm always cracking heads, you can call it out there eating rappers like
Hey Leah, hey Vicky,
yes, we very
hey
poppin'.
Margie.
Mary Poppins, we sicker than everybody. Y'all rappers is barely coughing. We super teeny, too easy. Houdini, I make it vanish. My plan is to make them panic. They rapidly taking damage like I was reading a classic and see me go past it, just beating our rappers. If I was you, I was not reading a chapter. In fact, it was empty and captured. Like that should be easy to fracture. I'm up in the latches like DD and Dexter. Now they these beats up, all the choppers can beat me. I better sippy and Deborah's reaching for cheddar. I'm losing it.
What the margins, higher than some Martians. I'ma go hard and spit till I see my car fit. Nigga, I'm the shit. So when I hit the booth, I'm nauseous. Dude, I go ham. Guess I'm up for Oscar. That's a dead hoes and make cake. Betty Crocker. That's the city boy. I know have some pride. No Mufasa. Doctor. I'm going insane. Got the chop. Oh, I ain't talking guns. I'm saying I'm about to chop them. Cause the hurry hot topic for hate. Are we graphic tees? We just hit the boot. Then we wrap up all like casualties. Actually, my CD poppin' like Mary's cherry, Mary poppin'. I'm hawking. I'm young like some Africans with masses. It's the lame white boy who can't even pull a Barbie toy spitting. So unorthodox, these Jewish niggas say you're picking out these haters like some raisins in my cereal. These niggas talk the same, bro. Buy some new material.
I'm an eagle flying, my skills high up in the lab like Bill and I try to shoot me down from up the sky, but I'm still fly, still fly. I take it that none of y'all haters ever really realize my opposites is when it's time to kill it. You know I kill it, but only if I feel it. Yo.
Shamelessly aim at these games you play me. And I pray these niggas be hating, but I know I'll never be faking. And I'm mad how y'all take my verse and turn it to an adverse. My team goes Super Saiyan. Thinks I'm playing if these snakes are saying.
Vicky, me and you both been sick, I tell you. But I found out mine's is the pollen. That's what I realized. It's the pollen. It's so bad here. I hope you feel better. Come on in, guys. We're gonna get started in a minute.
It's one of people. That's something new for you. Hello to my people, it's the code of the spitter, and all I do is rap, like a boa constrictor. Always knew that I would do big things ever since I was little. Little did I know that in reality lies not so simple. I got potential, all I need to arm it. This is where I'm never artificial. I should get my buildings like I'm army missile. I was spiritual, straight to the station, just like my can't hate promises spread, but it is you can't stay with it. Try to come and ruin it. I don't think they ever gonna quit until I'm through with it. It's like the whole world's walking around in costumes. They hide the truth cells inside like a locked room. Appetite for excitement, the world's a restaurant. But family that loves me more than I could ever want. I hope I keep good luck like a leprechaun. Cause when I was started with hard work, it keeps me extra strong. I go all the way. I accelerate, I don't hold back, never hesitate, only about tomorrow, never yesterday. Grab a beat, spit some lyrics, and just let it play. I'm changing all the time, so every day I'm a different one. And I'm a real tough cookie, chips of boy. And just cause I'm a rookie, that don't mean that I'm a distant one. I rap to speak my mind, plus it gives me energy. See, I be rapping my way, I'm in Carter too. My lyrics smoking hot, barbecue. Right now I'm starting out small like a molecule, but I go a long way with it. Got a lot of you. I'm much more than ordinary teenagers. I follow what I believe. I'm a dream chaser. When I was young, I never imagined what I see later. I guess life was a movie, and the world's a thief. And these haters work as haters, racists trying to make a real life famous. I'm sorry to say it's not exactly what my plan is. They want to ship my shit too fast, it's simply Titanic. I'm so misunderstood, I'm not even on the right planet. Everything I do and say is real and purely honesty. If you can't hate people, maybe you ain't killed by curiosity. Cause you know, sometimes we tend to jump to conclusions. Things are different from what they seem. I guess it's just an illusion. And the people always changing like a chameleon, showing their true colors before they were concealing it. They acting funny like comedians, so I laugh and tell them that the company's an inconvenience. I stay on my grind, Call me Tony Hawk. Say what you want, say what you like. It's only time. I'm always working, so I think I'll take the holy God. The second God, I won't mistake. Embrace will make me cold inside. I'm living by that holy fire. My flow be like, oh my gosh. Heart is iron, Tony Stark. Shining like a glow in the dark. Ready for anything, always art. See it coming before it starts. I'm ready to make history. Somebody just told me about rap. Had it no one sign, so I applied with fire. I hope it'll be a long time for my retirement. When life's hard, I just keep adjusting my environment. It's working out till I'm climbing it. I'm in good health, like vitamins. And I'll talk about any situation. I'm trying to put rap back into entertainment. Yeah, I'm just an underground king. Unless things change, things done without me. Yeah.
Margie, I have memberships already. You should see it where the super chats and super stickers are. I have the memberships. Guys, we're going to get started in one moment. I'm going to let one more song play, and then we're going to get started. Thank you, guys. Please hit that like button as you come in. Please hit that like button.
Yeah. Just wanna be though. Got something new for you. Hello to my people.
I don't know why it's replaying that one. That's not what I wanted to play.
And all I do is rap. Like a boa constrictor. Always knew that I would do big things ever since I was little. Little did I know that every
Got my stuff, got my stuff, got my stuff, got.
Love you too, Vicky. Hey, Carla. Thank you for coming in. Please hit that like button, guys, as you enter the live.
By the Holy Father. And the only way to thank him is by going harder than any other rap artist in the game today. See, I ain't came to play. I think it's safe to say these other rappers talk to play, but it's funny cause they never change. Everybody sounds the same.
Yes, you can join, Margie. Thank you.
Watch your rap fade away, fade away, fade away, fade away, fade away, fade away. I wish you would, like a 2x4. You couldn't follow my train of thought if I blew my horn. Never off track, even when that train shifts, I think outside the box. To them, it's a different language. There's nothing in the world but hatred. Respect is rare, and love is sacred. To say we got problems is an understatement, and I really shouldn't have to be the one to say it. The devil is evil.
Don't listen to him. I can change your life into your wildest dreams. Money and hoes, material things. Anything you want, just come with me.
He's trying to trick you. Don't give in to greed. Whatever you do, just stay away from me.
God can't save me from my fire. I'm the
I don't listen to him. I just spray him with that holy water. I was blessed with talent by the Holy Father, and the only way to thank him is by going harder than any other rap artist in the game today. See, I ain't came to play. I think it's safe to say these other rappers talk just play, but it's funny cause they never change. Everybody sounds the same, just a different face. Now I'm watching rap fade away, fade away, fade away, fade away, fade away. The devil doesn't like me, wants me to disappear. Sign my soul away, tell me initial here. But when I'm in his presence, he doesn't win his fear. I got my own plans, my vision's clear. Now he's angry and he sends his demons after me. Does anything he can to prevent me from living happily. I'm getting sick of him, it must be allergies. All that power and he uses it for battery. You know his greatest weapon's probably temptation, always turning people darker. I ain't never been painted. The planet Earth has been corrupted by Satan. Lucifer is a curse, the worst is whatever occurs, so we forever burn. I guess we'll never learn. I was blessed with talent by the Holy Father, and the only way to thank him is by going harder than any other rap artist in the game today. See, I ain't came to play. I think it's safe to say these other rappers talk just play, but it's funny cause they never change. Everybody sounds the same, just a different face. Now I'm watching rap fade away, fade away, I wish he would fade away. I ain't trying to play his game. Why do people listen to this fallen angel? He's got us all entangled in his evil plot. I say it needs to stop. Maybe
Enough. Are you really too foolish to figure out that they'll never stop listening to me? So many years of corruption, of greed, the love of money, hatred. You really think you can stop all that with one song? No one can stop it. Why do you even try? You humans are so stupid.
Hey guys, thank you for coming in, guys. Thank you. Please remember to hit that like button as you come into the live. Margie, okay, it looks like Vicky said you have to go to Safari. I don't know where it would be. You know, I'm still learning all this stuff too, but I know the other day, I think it was Lady Sunflower, she found my super chat because she super chatted me. So it should be somewhere right there. But I see Vicky told you have to go to Safari, but I do have that already. Um, Let me get caught up. Oh, Vicky, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, Vicky, I hope you feel better too. I'm telling you, I've been going through it, but I thought I was catching a cold, but I discovered it's this pollen, and it's crazy because I never been affected by this stuff. Our weather is getting really, really different and bad, but I told y'all what I think about that. Um, Oh, I have Android. I have an Android too, Leah. I don't want all that iPhone stuff, honey. When I was at AT&T, though, I used to get so many calls about those iPhones, especially the elderly people. They kids been bought them iPhones and they get locked out and they go crazy. Oh my God! Thank you, Truth. Hey, girl, thank you. Vicky, I have membership. I should have membership, super sticker, and super chats. I think I turned on the membership. I know I had to go in there and I thought I turned on all three. If y'all don't see it today, I will go check it. But I did turn on all three. Thank you so much, True. Thank you. Yeah, I should have the membership, Vicky. I remember turning on all three of them. I gotta turn it on. Okay, I'll do it after this live, Margie. I thought I did it already because it showed me the different, I think it was 3 different tiers there. I thought I turned it on, but after this live stream, later I'll go do it. So thank you guys for coming in and hitting that thumbs up button, guys. Thank you. I just wanted to support him from the bushes, having dinner with the family. Love y'all. Okay, I do remember you saying your family was getting ready to come over. Enjoy, and thank you for your support, True. Thank you so much. Hey, 227 News Chopper on location. Hey, I ain't going, girl. Where you been? Where are all of y'all? Raina, the 227, where are y'all? Can't handle the truth. Where are you guys? Anyway, guys, thank you, Truth, and I'm always there to support you too, girl. Thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, I just had to play. I'm my little brother's. I don't know why I keep calling him my little brother, but I'm my brother's biggest fan. I'm telling you, and his old songs are my most favorite songs. So I just wanted to play those. His later music, I don't know. It kind of got a little, I don't know, but I like the older music better. Hey, Monica, how you doing in this weather down here, girl? It is crazy out here. Work, girlfriend, laughing out loud. We're gonna come out soon though. I know that's right. I ain't going. I'm trying to get out of all this work. I'm tired. I'm telling you. And it is crazy out here right now. Hey, Petty Betty. Hey, Petty Betty. Let me see. I didn't see her. Happy Sunday to you too, Petty Betty. Thank you for coming in. And please remember to hit that thumbs up button as you enter the live. Yes, it is storming. It's bad. I'm sitting in the airport parking lot right now. That highway is messed up. I don't even like to drive in the rain. And then when it gets dark, it be worse. And then that highway just I don't know, the rain just comes down too hard. So I pulled in here and shut my app off. Hey Carla Leah, I ain't going. So guys, I just came. I told you guys I was not gonna be missing in action anymore. I am going to be consistent now. And I thank you guys for supporting me through all of that. And I really didn't have nothing special to talk about tonight. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything, honey, that's been going on. I ain't going. Oh, Margie, thank you. Oh my God, you guys finna make me get out this car and run in this rain in this parking lot. They gonna be like, what is wrong with that lady? I'm gonna be like, honey, y'all don't know. Next time, make it 20. Hey, money boy. No, I'm satisfied with what they doing right now. Thank you. Because I don't know if you guys know now that just activated for them to go ahead and send me my code because they told me they weren't gonna send me a code or something to verify something until I reached a $10 mark and then they would send out the code. I know that's right, true. Hey, money boy. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, guys, so I told you I'm gonna be consistent. Even if I ain't got nothing to talk about, we just gonna jump on here and talk about whatever and a little bit of everything. And the first thing I want to say though, I want to just say to the unfriendly zone over there, please stay off my page messing with my supporters. I do not come over there and bother your supporters, so please stay off of my page bothering my supporters. Cause I'm gonna stand up for mines, believe that. Hey boss, especially the ones that don't have no page and can't get on there and tell your ass what they really feel about you. I'ma stand up for mine. Hey, can't handle the truth. I just asked where you was. Hey there. But okay, I will check. Okay, Vicky, and if I didn't turn it on, the membership on, when I finish this live later, I'll go in and relook at all of that. But thank you guys so much. Thank you for real. Thank you. Um, but now the next thing we're gonna talk about, guys, is the new camaraderie for Adrian slaves. I just want to talk about that. And the reason I want to talk about that is because so many times when people pick a what do you call it, something to fight for, you got to pick righteously. You can't just pick something to fight for because you don't like a person. It's never going to work that way. You got to pick righteously. And if you're going to pick righteously, see, I ain't going, just joined the membership, guys. So it's turned on. I remember turning it on. Thank you. I ain't going. Oh my God. I'm telling you, you guys finna make me get out and run in this rain. For real. Thank you. Thank you. What Daryl? I didn't see Daryl. He usually come in with a thumbs up. Oh, I mean, yeah, with a okay like that. Hey Daryl, I see you now. Yeah, so it's there, Vicky and Margie, because I ain't going join. Thank you so much. But yeah, guys, so if you're gonna pick a something to fight for, you gotta pick righteously. You can't just pick because you don't like a person. And Adrian, come on now. Everybody have been watching Adrian from long time ago. And everybody know Adrian is not one that you come and try to save. And if you were going to fight that battle and be righteous about it, you would have started with somebody else before you started here. So that's how you know that the camaraderie isn't genuine. It's just about not liking somebody. And that's crazy. All right, I will find it on Safari. Okay, Vicky, yeah, because I remember turning all of that on. GF lean, girlfriend lean. But yeah, so it's just crazy how people group up against people that, a person that they don't like or whatever, and then want to use this as some, fight for righteousness or whatever. Big A is a wreck. She is. And it's the thing, this lady has bullied elderly people. I don't know if you guys remember back in Florida when she was about to fight that old white man in that house that time. iPhone doesn't show it on app, but I will find it. Okay, Vicky. I don't know if how many of y'all remember when she was about to fight that white man. I just clicked the money icon, Miss Margie. Thank you for letting her know I ain't going. Hey, Lynn, blessings to you too, Lynn. How many of you guys remember that? She was literally about to fight this old man. And so a person that goes through and bully elderly people, she was bullying the man, and the white man that she was about to fight wasn't Jeff, but she was living in the man's Jeff, who was supposed to be the Italian guy. She was living in his house. I remember it was Jeff House boss mentality. She went off on him several times. But remember, it was a guy in there too, because remember, people would stand with Jeff too. And remember, this man, she was sitting in the dining room. That other Brazo is a straight up nut. That she is too, Leo. Talking about Leah. Hold on, let me finish this first. But the man, it was another man living in Jeff's house, or he was there visiting Jeff, and she was sitting in the dining room eating. And I think it was something about her being quiet or something like that. And she got all up in that old man face and everything, was about to fight that man. And that's why I say a person like that, you cannot, hey, come correct. Thank you for coming in, guys. Remember to hit the like button as you come in the live, guys. Yeah, you can't fight for somebody like that. That's crazy. And then Adrienne can't see that she's being used. I don't know that that peanut name. It ain't, she came out with that Brazilian beauty. I don't even think of her as that. She's the ugly zone. Um, but Adrienne can't even see she's being used. Like, if they were gonna fight for Adrienne, it was so many times. Thank you, Lynn. It was so many times and so many people they could have come out here and start fighting her for. This is just about, I don't like this person, so I want to continue to try to bring them down. When it's hard to bring down a person when you fighting unclean as well. But yeah, Leah, the unfriendly zone, yes, that girl, she's a hot mess, I tell you. They ain't gonna come over in my chat because I forgot the lady name, but she had posted that's what she get. And so she gonna come over in the chat talking about, oh, this the friend zone. Oh, so that's what I get. Okay, I'm gonna post this comment up when I have a discussion about this. Discussion about what? And why is you all over in my chat bothering my supporters? I don't come over there when your supporters be saying all that bullshit, talking about I'm gonna leave your comment and post it up when I discuss this. Child, please, it's a lot of damn things you need to be having a discussion about, and that ain't one of them. But if she do that, I'm gonna come back out on her too. I know, guys, I be saying, I look at myself all the time and I be like, Tracy, you be bullshit. And I do. And the bullshit ain't gonna just stop with her. So if she do that, I'm gonna come back out on her ass too. I sure am. And everyone else I missed. But yeah, guys, so I don't know, that whole little thing right there. When I saw that last night, it's like Adrienne can't even see she's being used. She play into anything, and the fact of the matter is, she don't want to be not talked about. Adrienne loves to be talked about. So that fight right there, she don't care nothing about that. That's a fight that other people just picked up on their own. Adrienne loves to be talked about. She loves to be the center of attention. So they picked the wrong fight right there to fight. And then that damn beefcake. Oh my god, that guy be in every. She the friend zone. I'm with IGA. She's the ugly zone. That's exactly what she is. The ugly zone. She said it out her own mouth. Said what? Can't handle the truth. Then that damn beefcake, that boy be in everybody's damn chat and business. And that's why I say none of that shit is going to ever work right. She loves the attention. CMA tried to get her to strike and she told him no. Yeah, because she loved the attention. And see, when you purposely trying to do, that's why he ain't gone nowhere now. That's why his channel stuck. Hey, K Shell, that she doesn't care. Right, can't handle the truth. She loves being the center of attention. They picked the wrong fight. They picked the wrong one. He's obsessed with truth. Truth and money, boy. He's beyond obsessed. It's crazy. It's crazy. They been left that alone. And that's why I say if people can't see that, that's how you know that's just one of that crew over there is just a butt hurt ass crew that they couldn't accomplish what they set out to accomplish. And it's crazy. At this point, you need to just leave it alone. That's why his channel can't prosper and go anywhere. He too busy focused on the wrong thing. Yeah, he too busy focused on the wrong thing. Big A don't know how to strike. She can't even run her phone. Well, you know what? I can't too much talk Leah either. I have to. But Adrienne been on this in YouTube long enough to know that. But that's the thing, guys. That's what I keep trying to say about Adrienne. Adrienne, and it's kind of sad when you really think about it. Um, she just has no substance in her. It's like she's gone through all her life just like being sexualized, and that's all she know. When you think about it, none of Adrienne's life that we've seen on this YouTube channel mimics the life of a normal woman, if you want to say there's such a thing. But her life mimics none of that. And that's kind of sad because you realize that nobody has ever really poured into Adrienne. Thank you, Lynn. Nobody has really poured into her for her to feel and to understand that even the men that she's been with, you can tell that they haven't dealt with her on that level as to like loving, caring, I'm with you and you with me. You need some mods, girlfriend. Yeah, you right. I already know who my main one gonna be, and that's gonna be Leah if she would accept the mod stick. You right. I'm gonna appoint some. I know I want Leah for a fact. And all of y'all, but Leah, that girl just even when I'm not here, gone all these months, she be sending me comments and stuff, that just motivates me, and I love that girl. So I know I want her, but I'll do all of that too later. I don't know. I was just gonna get into all of that as I grew. Cause I really don't be studying the trolls either. I love them too. I love to go back and forth with them sometimes too. It don't bother me. I think they end up getting madder than I do in the end because thank you, Leah. Thank you. And I'm gonna do all of that. When I don't know why Lady Sunflower got me blocked. I remember you saying that, Margie. I remember you saying that. Well, she said she was driving. Maybe she can. Lady Sunflower, can you check and see why you have Miss Margie blocked? Um, she said she was driving but listening in the bushes. Thank you so much, Leah. And when I When I get off of this live later on, I'll go through and do all of that. But I was just gonna wait until I grew a little bit because I don't be stunning those trolls. I really don't. I have blocked people by mistake. Yeah, that could be it. Leah or she would never take the time to sit and strike a video. Yeah, but it's sad. Like when I hell, I'm blocked to the fuck. What y'all do to Lady Sunflower? But yeah, when you sit back and look and just really look into Adrienne, it's kind of sad because you can see nobody in her life has ever taken time to deal with her in that manner. It's like everybody she has come in contact with has only dealt with her on a sexual type level and not really put time into her. Um, Thanks for everybody coming in. It's 61 people in the building. I can't even see my likes. I can't even see none of that. But please hit the like button as you enter the live. So yeah, it's kind of sad when you really look into that. For some reason, nobody has ever put that into her. I think Ken maybe tried that, but I think Adrienne ran over Ken. I think she's used to running over men, and that's why she choose the kind of men she choose. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm blocked by her too. Oh wow. I don't know what y'all done did to Lady Sunflower. Michael Stovall hour, leave Adrian alone, toothless bitch who teaching baby Petty to wipe her pussy properly. Strike truth hurts. You are so sad, troll. You are so sad. You have no life at all, and that's a pity too. So right now I will leave Adrian alone and we'll talk to you a little bit. You are a sad case. I saw you was in Truth Hurts live earlier. You have no life, and that's what's really sad. And then to call me toothless, sweetie, I have all of my teeth, baby, except two of my wisdom teeth that's on the top. I still got to get the two on the bottom pulled out. But other than that, sweetie, I have all of my teeth, baby. So that just goes to show how ignorant, stupid, and dumb you are. And nobody has ever given you any attention in your life either. So you go from chat to chat to chat to chat to get attention. Well, I'm not going to block you out of here because I need you to continue to get my algorithm up, and I appreciate you. But you are very dumb and stupid. Very dumb and stupid. And who taught you how to wipe your mouth out properly? Evidently, nobody. That's why you come on here and speak that ignorant ass shit that you come on here and speak, you troll, because nobody has paid you any attention. Nobody has loved you, and nobody has properly taught you how to care for yourself. So therefore, you want to project that onto others, you idiot. But I love your kind. I love your kind. Don't explain nothing to him, to whoever, whatever troll that is. That just goes to show the ignorance of them, Vicky. That just goes to show how ignorant they are. And hey, Redbone. Yeah, that just goes to show how ignorant they are. Truth went on live, what, 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock or something? No, about 1 o'clock, because that's when I was going to go. This fool was in her chat then, and then now it's what, 8:43 finna be 9 o'clock, and now you in this chat. What the fuck do you do with yourself all day? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But come into chat to chat and try to get attention. Honey, giving you attention is not our responsibility. Go find you something else to do, okay? But I love your kind. See, you don't bother me. You do not bother me. First of all, you have shown your ignorance by coming in here calling me toothless, which lets me know you know nothing about me, bitch. Isn't that what you said, toothless bitch? Your mother is a bitch, and that's why you're calling me a bitch. That's the first bitch you know. And if you had any sisters or aunts or whatever, that's the second and third bitches that you know. So you know more about those bitches than you know about me, okay? But I love your kind, so thank you, and continue to get my algorithm up. And hopefully somebody will pay you some attention, okay? Yes, hopefully somebody will pay you some attention. But anyway, guys, let's continue to bother Adrienne, okay? They was in truth. I know it ain't going. That's what I'm saying. You can tell they have nothing to do with their life. Truth went live hours and hours ago. And here this motherfucker go damn 8, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours later and back in somebody else chat with the same bullshit. When the fact of the matter, like all that shit y'all talk don't be meaning nothing. We see that Money Boy takes very good care of his daughter. And that's what you mad about, because your mother didn't take care of you like that. And your damn daddy wasn't around nowhere for you to even know what a motherfucking father does. You see, so all that talk y'all do means nothing. It's just a bunch of crap. Facts and proof is what counts. But you know nothing about being taken care of properly, period. That's why you're so ignorant the way you are. But you need to go have all these conversations with your bitch of a mother and get all of that straight. Okay? When his name was in Truth's Live, they said it was a troll. I know it's a troll, Monica. That's why I said it's a troll. And I got a feeling I know who it is. Probably the same one that comes under my chat under Paradise. And then the other one who always come, like she came the other day talking about, oh, I'm scared of truth hurts and this. Yes, I'm scared of truth hurts. Let me admit here on this live, I am scared as hell of truth hurts. Yes. Okay. Now, hopefully that eases that troll mind too, and hope that makes her feel better. Every time I talk about somebody that Truth has done commentary on, she comes under my live and tell me, oh, I'm a hypocrite. I'm just scared of truth hurts and this. Okay, I hope I gave you satisfaction today. I am shaking in my motherfucking boots because I'm so scared of truth hurts. Okay. So yes. But oh, excuse me, guys, all that stuff trying to come up out of me. It's okay that you back, bitch. I never took you away. What the fuck is you talking about? Hey, Patsy. Hey, Gertrude's Van Life. I never took you away. What are you talking about? Thank you for being here. But yes, guys, when you, like I said, when you look and just really look at her life, it's just really, really sad. And then on top of that, she's dealing with, Adrienne really has a mental issue. And I don't know if most people don't remember way back she talked about that. And that's why I say, to see how paranoid and all of that stuff she be, and just always looking around, you know, she has to be fighting with herself in her mind all the time. And it's just sad that she just has no substance, no anything. I can't see the troll. Well, maybe because I haven't did anything to block him, and I don't have no mods. There he go. He just popped back under Carla. Um, yeah, he just popped back under Carla. So the troll ain't gone nowhere, honey. The troll is definitely trolling, and I'm gonna let him troll. I don't know how the comments work yet or whatever, but he's saying the same shit that ain't nobody studying. A bunch of bullshit that ain't nobody thinking about. Please block him. Okay, you want me to block him? Can't handle the truth. Hold on. Let me figure out how to do this shit. Okay, hold on. Ban user and delete their comments. Okay, so I banned him, guys. Who's teaching? Okay, yeah, I banned him. But I don't see them either. I banned him now, can't handle it. I mean, Carla. So you won't be seeing him unless he go make a she or whoever go make another troll account and come back. It's just sad that people waste their life like that. Let me see something real quick. I don't know if I can do that from here. I'm trying to see if I can do no, I can't do. I was trying to see if I could do the mod stick now, but I don't see a way to do it. Yes, she really do have a mental issue, schizophrenic and bipolar. She needs to be put. Yes, I think she just needs to take her medication. But I do know this, okay, with that medication that they subscribe, I kind of don't blame her because when I talk to a lot of other people that's on that stuff, they said it makes them like a zombie, have them feeling like a zombie and walking around like zombie. And then like my friend Tony, I don't know if y'all remember, I told y'all I have a friend Tony. He did live on 10th Street and downtown and Midtown, which is like always popping. And I used to love because he lived on the 10th floor. I used to love always going down his house to sew because I would get in front of his big window and just watch all everything going on downtown. He's like that, and I watch him like about the third month. I know not to be around him, like after he have to go get these shots. So like when the third month comes, I know like it's almost time for him to go back and get that shot, but I limit my interaction with him around that because I can start seeing the difference of how they change. But it's the same way when they got him on that stuff, he's like a zombie. But I think people need to find other ways. So many people have been, not educated enough to know that there's natural things that can help you. A lot of it is diet. It's our diet play a lot of part in a lot of things that we end up getting and have and all that kind of stuff. Okay, hold on. He came back, but let me catch up really quick and then Leah, are you still Leah, you in the hospital? That's because I had blocked him, Leah, but he done came back with another, or he or she done came back with another name, and I'm finna get her out of here too. Leah, I didn't know you was in the hospital. Was it him or a troll in his name? Keisha, they said it's a troll because he was in Truth Hurts chat earlier, and somebody checked and said it was a troll. It's all the so yes, boss mentality. Yes, that's part of it too. I, oh my God, a lot of people don't understand that either. Boss said it's all the soul ties and spiritual demons she has picked up by sleeping with so many men that can cause mental disorders as well. Yes, ma'am. A lot of people do not understand that we operate off energy. And when you go intertwining, first of all, when God created, that and all of that, it wasn't intended to just be done all willy-nilly or whatever. It was for to be fruitful and between special people. And when you sleeping with people like that, your souls, your spirits, and all of that exchange and intertwine. And that's why you have all these men that be messing with so many different women. Their lives be chaotic and they're always like, oh, she crazy, oh, she crazy. No, it's all of them dang on spirits up in you fighting you. You absolutely right, boss. People don't understand those spirits and those soul ties are something serious. Hold on, did somebody else get him out of here? Because I don't see him now. He was just back in. Let me make sure. Oh, there he go. What he say? Bitch, I'm back, Lee. The same damn thing. Hold on, honey. Get this idiot out of here. Yes, those soul ties are something serious. I'm telling you. You know when you unbothered. Hey, unbothered. Hey, B Spikes. But doing drugs and ain't helping either. She needs her meds. And you right, B Spikes. You absolutely correct. Leah, I didn't know you was in the hospital. I did not know that. I hope you everything is okay, and I hope you get better real soon. I did not know that. I know that B spikes, but I think, because for real, if we be honest with ourselves, the medicine and stuff that medicine and all of that is a money making business. That medicine and stuff that those doctors and stuff give us, it doesn't cure. Like, I've been on my levothyroxine since 2009. I'm not cured. You would think all the medicine with all of that, it would cure me. It only suppresses the situation. It doesn't cure the situation. And then a lot of those medications and stuff can cause side effects. That's why, you see, when I had I had a clothing store, and when I had that store open, when you have people around you like wishing upon your downfall and all of that, because they're not people that try to do the things that you try to do and all of that, you want to show them that you're not going to fail and all of that. So I was stressing a lot trying to keep that store open. I was stressing a whole lot. I had a big 1,200 square foot clothing store. I was running everything by myself, plus trying to take care of my grandmother. I was having to run and get my grandmother in the morning, then go to the store. My granny was blind at the time. I was having to feed her, having to take her to the bathroom, do all of that kind of stuff, and try to run my store. And my mom picked out the location of the store, which was not a good location. And I kept trying to tell her, location is everything. But my mom is not the type of person to just put up money and be like, I'm gonna let you handle this. But I kept trying to tell her, Ma, I don't want went to school for this, let me do it or whatever. So the location was, wrong. And the reason I'm telling you this is because um I was getting the customers coming in and everything, but it was like hard to turn over my merchandise. I was like trying to switch things around to make it look different and everything. But when you get in the same repeat customers, they know. So it was hard to turn my merchandise down around quickly. And then on top of that, I was using my business money to try to pay like my rent at home and all of that kind of stuff. And so I was just stressing a lot, and my blood pressure had went up. So my doctor then was like, we're gonna have to put you on blood pressure medicine. I never had high blood pressure before, so they was like, we're gonna have to put you on pressure medicine. So I told that lady, I said, I'm gonna take this stuff for 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna take myself off of this stuff because I don't like all of that medicine. Because when both of my grannies, my mom, and my dad's mom, when both of them passed, they had so many different medications they were taking. And then when you look at the back of a lot of those bottles, a lot of them be like, may cause death, cause kidney infections, and all of this type of stuff. So what I did, I took that medicine for 2 weeks. Wait a minute. I told the doctor I was going to take it for 30 days, which it was a 30-day supply, and then take myself off of it. But what I did, I took it for 2 weeks and then started doing the Bragg's apple cider vinegar and water every day. So when I went back for my checkup, she was like, oh, your blood pressure is so good. It's so wonderful. And this, whatever. And I told her, I was like, ma'am, I didn't take those pills for 30 days. I said I took them for 2 weeks, and then I started doing vinegar and water. And that's why my blood pressure is where it is now. Plus, I decided at that point, because I already knew why I was stressing. So I had decided either I'm going to have to let this store go. I didn't want to do it because I did not want to look like a failure to the people that was waiting for me to fall. But I finally came to that conclusion that I was gonna have to let the store go because it was just too much on me. And then to keep trying to do all of that and having the same people come in and then end up losing them anyway as a permanent customer, because you can't turn the merchandise over fast enough. So I just end up letting that go too. So that took a lot of the stress off of me and everything. Hold on 1 second. Tisha Williams. Thank you, Monica. It's been rough. Vicky, I'm so sorry. Yes, Vicky, I ain't going. It's a cry for attention. Hold on, let's see what I ain't going to say it. Uh, depressed. Um, dang, I done missed a lot. Hey, Tisha. Leah didn't. Okay, thanks. Carla. Just prayers, Leah. Leah, yes, Leah, we most definitely all love you, girl, and get better, please, real soon. Please, real soon. Me too, Tra-Luv. I've been on levothyroxine since 1999. Yes, mine's was what 99 too, I think. No, I'm sorry, 2009. Mine's was 2009. Um, what are you on? I take 112 milligrams. What is yours? Um, look at this person. You I do worry about my mental health, honey. That's how I know how to deal with it. What is you talking about? I do worry about my mental health, but what you need to do is worry about yours because you are sick, honey. You are one sick ass person. Goodbye. Go create another troll name and come back, but you need to worry about your mental health. Bye bye. But my one son has been very sick and he has depression so bad from it. It's awful. Yeah, that's why I tell people that damn depression. Oh my God. That is I'm telling, that's why I be so glad for spring and summer. And it's weird because mine's just disappear like it never happened. But soon as fall and winter come back in, oh my God, that depression is something hard to deal with because no matter what you say to people, how you try to help them, it's just this feeling in the inside where you just want to ball up and just like, just ball up into yourself and nothing nobody say can make you feel better. I hate that for you, Vicky. I really do because it's really hard and he's sick already and dealing with somebody with depression is a very hard thing. It start and I know it start because like I said, I've dealt with it, you know, all my years, all this time myself. And that's why I like to stay away from people when I'm like that because it brings other people down because that energy it passes on. They just want to help you so bad, they love you so bad, they want to help you but they can't, and it brings them down too. And that's why I don't go when I'm into that depression stage. I don't go around anybody because I don't want to put that on them. So I really feel bad for you, Vicky, because it is very, very hard. And I heard somebody say depression was a choice. That's a damn Peaches McIntyre said that. That's a damn lie. Depression is not a choice. Nobody is gonna go through life wanting to feel that way. Trust me, nobody is gonna want to go through life feeling that way. Yes, Miss Patsy, I did. I had so much. And then people didn't. It's like, how do you put this? Your family members, when you have a family member that's going through all my grandmother was going through and stuff, people don't want to be bothered. Um, so I had to try to do all of that, for her and all of that stuff. And she felt safer with me anyway than anybody else because even when her sister tried to tell her to come one day, she was like, no, I'm going with Tracy. So, I had all of that, but I was gonna do it because I love that lady. I was gonna do it. But it was a lot, and then I was steady trying to like keep it, just so people wouldn't be like, oh, I told you it was gonna close, or I told you this, or I told you that. It be your people and your family too, that be like that, wishing on your downfall. But all of those things made me Anyway, I realized in the first place, instead of doing brick and mortar at first anyway, I should have done e-commerce. But I was so anxious. I was just getting out of fashion school and I was just so anxious to open up my own store and all of that. I should have really did e-commerce before I did the brick and mortar. Um, you see this shit, Leah and Patsy. Thank you. I am so it's a cry for attention. I hope you're talking about that troll because that's exactly what it is. A cry for attention, honey. I got him, Leah. I got him. Or her, whoever, dumb shit. Like, what the fuck? I know. See, people try to use things. That's why I think Truth Hurts is beyond all of that now. I really think she's beyond that. I'm sure when it comes to her and her personal time and her memories and all of that, she deals with that, that way. But I think with them throwing that up and all that, I don't think they can hurt her with that anymore. It's just a waste of time. It's like people try to use things that they think is gonna put a dagger in your heart or whatever. That's why I say none of what nobody say to me bothers me because I know what people are trying to do. So none of that kind of stuff bothers me. And I don't think that bothers her anymore either. It's like they're just sad and still harping on the same old bullshit. It's like find something new to talk about. All that stuff right there is just crazy. But I don't think that hurts her anymore. The medicine does not cure anything for any. That's right, Redbone. That's why I say people have to try. Because I'm going to tell y'all, and I think I told y'all this before. I've told my doctors, because sometimes my levothyroxine and I don't know, can't handle the truth. You might have be experiencing this too, but sometimes I get queasy. I get a queasy feeling in my stomach and stuff, like I want to throw up and stuff. Nothing will bring that down or stop that unless I puff my green. That's the only thing. And I told my doctor, I told them even that medicine, when I'm feeling that way, that medicine doesn't stop it. Nothing stops it unless I puff my green. And when I do that, that'll stop that queasy feeling, that throwing up feeling, and all of that. It stops all of that. That medicine, all of that is just a money making thing. And I know I own stocks, medicine stocks, so I know it's all about money. Your mammy troll and you was conceived by your uncle. Those people are so ignorant. That's why I say it's really sad. They be over here trying to hurt people when they're really hurting the inside. Stress is a true killer. It really is good. Yes, stress is that. And a lot of people don't understand stress is the number one killer of Black people. Stress is the number one killer of Black people. And another thing I had to learn too is most diseases start from your gut. That's why you have to cleanse your gut. Most diseases start from your gut. You got to cleanse it. Um, Vicky, I know you believe in God. Yes, pray for the strength. Yes, I'm telling you, Vicky, I really feel bad for you because like I said, I know what it's like dealing with a depressed person. And then sometimes when people are in states like that, they can take it out on the ones that love them, and the ones that's trying to help them. So I do really feel for you, and I pray that everything changes. I've been on it since. Okay, Vicky, you got hypothyroid too. I started off with Graves' disease, guys. I had the same thing Wendy Williams had. So Graves' disease is hyperthyroidism, but I was in the bad stages of it. So you see how Wendy eyes just buck out all the time and all of that. That's a sign of hypothyroidism. My heart was beating at 144 when it should have only been beating at 70. So they put me on propanol and stuff to slow my heart down and all of that. So what happened, they wanted to cut my throat and remove my goiter, and I told them no, because before they found out it was Graves' disease, they had just removed my tonsils, saying it was my tonsils. So then they talking about, oh no, no, we made a mistake. You have Graves' disease. And so then they talking about we gotta cut your throat and remove the goiter. And I told them, no, I'm not gonna let you guys do that, because by the time I leave, um I'm not going to have anything that God gave me when I came here, because I don't know if most of you guys have taken the time to go all the way back to when I first started YouTube. But like either my fourth or fifth video, I talks about when I came 30 minutes into dying, into losing my life. So I don't know if most, because a lot of you may be new, but I was pregnant, and I was trying to have my baby, and I went and had my ultrasound, and they told me everything was good. The ultrasound was perfect and all of that. But when I got home, I kept calling that doctor, telling them this can't be a normal pregnancy because I'm in too much pain. But the lady was like, no, if anything was wrong, we would have saw it on the ultrasound, blase, blase, blase. So the next day, December the 1st, 2001, I'll never forget this day, guys. I got up, and hold on, let me tell you the backstory first, so you can understand why I know for real, for real, for real that there is a God, and ain't nothing or nobody can tell me different. So that night, my one of my friends, her cousin, had called me like at 10:30 the night before all the incident happened. So it was a Saturday. She called me that Friday night, and she was like, Tracy, she was like, can you please do my hair? She was like, my prom today. So I don't know if you guys know, I did hair too. I have a hair license, graduated hair school, passed the state board, did hair for 13 years, all of that stuff. So she called me, she said, the lady stood me up, and my prom is today. She was like, can you please do my hair? So normally I didn't get to the shop till 9 o'clock. That's when I used to start my customers. So I told her I could be there at 8 o'clock for her. So normally my alarm clock is not set until 8 o'clock. But because she called me at 10:30 that night, I set it for 7 o'clock that morning. So when I got up at 7 o'clock that morning, time I got in the shower, it was like somebody just like bust me like in my stomach. And I just fell like to the ground. And at that time, I was living in a loft apartment. You know how the loft's made, where your bedroom is just the only thing up there. Then you look down into the living room and all of that. And my phone was downstairs, and I couldn't walk. I crawled out the tub, crawled all the way down the stairs, and got to my phone and dialed 911. And so I didn't have, mind you, now I didn't have on no clothes or nothing, because I was in the shower. And so I called 911. The fire people got there first, and they was just like, ma'am, you got to try to put on some clothes. We can't come in like that. But luckily the ambulance was right behind them, so they could come in like that. So I just heard them like, we got to go, we got to go. And so when they got me to the hospital, I don't know, my mom, that lady, she lives a long ways from that hospital. And I was living like about maybe 20 minutes or 25 minutes or something. But I don't know how my mom made it there. I just know when I got through the emergency room, I saw my mama face. And so when I got in, I told my mom then, I was like, Mom, hold my hand, I'm leaving. Cause what I could see like all of these the nurses and everybody, I could see everybody running around and mouth moving and everything, but I couldn't hear anything. I was just like drifting off, and it was like very, very peaceful. So I was like, Mom, hold my hand, I'm leaving. And she was like, no, Tracy, you just sleep. I said, no, this feel different, I'm leaving. And so I did hear when the doctor said, we got to rush it to emergency. We got to rush it to emergency. So what had happened when I got in the shower, that morning and I felt that big bust, that's when my right fallopian tube, the baby had exploded the tube because the baby was growing in the fallopian tube, and for whatever reason they didn't detect it, and I was like a little over 12 weeks, so I was like 3 months and something. So you got this baby growing and stretching and stretching and stretching the tube. So I don't have a right fallopian tube now either. So I was telling y'all all of that because when they talking about removing my goiter, I was like, no, because when I leave here, I'm not gonna have anything that God gave me. So what I end up having to do was to do radioactive iodine. So when I did the radioactive iodine, it burnt too much of the good goiter. So it burnt the bad part of the goiter, but it also burnt too much of the good goiter, which then took me hypothyroidism. So that's why now I have to take a pill now for the rest of my life because it took me hypothyroidism. Hypo. So you're only on 100 milligrams. But guys, let me tell you, when I woke up in that hospital after that happened with my baby and everything, and the doctor, he was standing over me, he was like, you are one lucky lady. He was like, 30 more minutes and you would not have made it. I had lost 81% of my blood, and I didn't know. I had lost 81% of my blood. I only had 19% of my blood left. I had to have 7 units of blood transfusion put back in my body. And guys, let me tell y'all about that. I wouldn't take it, right? They was like, you have to sign a paper for them to give you blood. So I kept saying, no, I'm gonna catch AIDS from that blood. So they was like, you're gonna die if you don't get this blood, you're not gonna make it. And I kept saying no, because I'm ignorant, I didn't know. I kept saying no, I'm gonna catch blood AIDS. So the lady was like, ma'am, you have a better chance at winning the lottery than you do of catching AIDS from this blood. So I still went sign it. So they say, we're gonna have to override you. They called my mom, and my mom rushed back out there and she signed the paper for them to give me the blood transfusion. But I would not take it. I'm telling you, I kept saying, no, I'm gonna die from this blood. But guys, after I went through that, they told me I could still get pregnant because I still had the left fallopian tube. But I don't know, that was so scary and very painful and all of that, that I just didn't even want to try going through that anymore. But I know we done got way off of everything, but it took me a long time though to get over that, because I felt less than a woman for so long. Because a woman really come into her womanhood, her responsibilityness, and it's just something about when a woman is pregnant and had her children, she just discovers her sexiness and everything. And so for a long time I felt less than a woman. Hold on, let me catch up with the okay, can't handle the truth. You on 100. I see me and Vicky on 112. So, Patsy, my faith is getting me through. Your support is appreciated. When is your child? When is your child you want? Right, Vicky, I know. And that's why I say I really, really feel for you. I really do. And I pray, I don't know, depression is a monster. I tell you, it's a monster. Right, depression is not a choice, boss, but that's what Peach say. But guys, I started studying thought and the emerald tablets, and now I'm starting to see where Peaches get a lot of her mentality from. I know she said she had read The Alchemist, and The Alchemist and all of them, they're kind of based off of the emerald tablets. So I'm starting to see where she's getting a lot of her um mentality from, as far as her being how she's always on phenomenal Peach. No, I don't get karma, and oh, I'm great, and I'm this, and oh, this. I'm starting to see where that comes from. I think she is a avid reader, because I know she did say she read The Alchemist, and I know all of that is based off the emerald tablets. So when I started getting into that, I started seeing where she gets a lot of that from. How the hell do you choose to be the president? Right, you don't. But that's just her mentality. And what she really don't realize, she's depressed. You can see it all in her face, stressed, depressed, and everything else. That's how you know money cannot buy happiness. It cannot. That lady, Peaches look older than me, and that's sad. And she's in her 30s. And I think she's what? 30, what they say, 35, 36 or something, but that lady looking like she done lived twice her age already. Peach is saying that is so ignorant. Mental illness is an illness just like that. Right. It's not their fault. Illness is sometimes way worse. Yes, Vicky, and that's why some people don't consider depression as mental illness, though, but it is. It is. And I have depression. So I have to say, when I'm depressed, I have a mental illness. But a lot of people don't consider that a mental illness because nobody wants to be said as they're mentally ill, but it is. And nobody would choose that. Trust me, Vicky, I know because that's your child. I really don't know what to say because I don't know what I would do if it was me. But you sound like a strong and praying mom. Their best in, just have in there the best hang in there the best you can. Yes, it's a hard thing. I'm telling you. And then the person don't even realize like how hard the people around them are grieving and going through it just with them just as much as they're going through it. Some people think that depression is something you can just get over, and it's not. Depression takes time to work through. The people that deal with depression, right? That's why I tell y'all, I have learned because I've been going through it so much. And that's why I say I just stay away from people when I'm like that, because I don't want to put that energy off on them. I don't like to talk. I'm in a sulking state. It's like, I can't find humor in anything. um I do what I have to do because I know it's just me. But if I didn't have to do those things, I would stay balled up every day of my depression. I would have stayed balled up like a roly-poly, just in a fetal position. That's all you feel. And like I say, no matter what nobody say or do, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So that's why I say I do understand, and it's hard. Patsy, your words mean so much. Just knowing someone cares when you feel like, yeah, Vicky, you're not alone. You're not alone. It's a lot of us, and a lot of people that don't say anything, that feels it because they're going through it, and they probably have children and all of that stuff that's going through it too. I've realized every single family, whether people want to admit it or not, every single family has a person with mental illness, on drugs, alcoholic, things like that. We all know what those things are like, whether we want to admit it or not. We all know what those things are like. And so don't feel alone, because you're not. Some people are just bold enough to talk about those things, and some people keep it hidden. But for me, what I realized a long time ago, I had to bring it out. I just had to bring it out because that stuff gets heavy on you. And you gotta, that's why I say for me, it was better to do it with a stranger, because when you have family members and friends and stuff around you that don't understand that stuff, they always be like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with you. You better just this, or ain't this. And then, you start to just learn to be quiet and hold it in because you get tired of hearing that. And so that's why you have to find somebody that will let you release it and get it all off of you. Um, because absolutely not. I am covered. Absolutely. Absolutely. But Vicky, don't think that you're alone. You are not. You are not alone. And I'm telling you, whenever you need to talk, I'm here. I love to. I will listen. I would just sit and listen and let a person get off everything they need to get off, because it's hard. I didn't have nobody like that. People be used to you being so strong and all of that stuff too, that they never think you weak or you fall or things like that. But just know you're never alone. I smoke my green too. That do help. Yes. I told my doctor, I remember the first time I told him, my mama was there with me talking about, why you tell that man that? I said, because I want him to know. They need to know what to look for. This what I do, this. So I want them to know. I be real with everybody, honey. Thank you for that, Tra-Luv. I want him to get better both mentally and physically, but it does not look good. I always try to keep my faith. Everyone, thank you for all your prayers and support. Vicky, trust me, I feel you more than you will ever know. I feel you more than you will ever know, and not just from my experience. I've had another experience. I have not talked about because it's just not my business, to put people's, but I feel you, Vicky, more than you will ever know. Trust me, more than you will ever know. And like I said, if you need to talk, behind the scenes, we can do that. And then, maybe I can tell you, some things so you can know that I do know and feel you more than you will ever know. Trust me. Trust me. Welcome back. Red. Yes, it does help a lot, but for me, sometimes it makes me think too deep, and I have to start thinking about my blessings and all that God has brought me through, and my mind eases. Yeah, and too, Vicky, Vicky, a lot of times we try our hardest like to save people, but you gotta sometimes understand, and I know, that's your child, I know, and I don't have kids, like I say, but how I even am with my cat, I can imagine if I had kids. I know that connection and that bond for most parents. So I know it's hard for you to give up or to just sit there and watch them wither away. But sometimes we just can't, no matter what we do, we just can't. But at the same time, you got to try to keep yourself together, even to be there for that person. You got to try to make sure you keep your mental and your strength and your health together. Otherwise, you're going to be no good to nobody. So you got to make sure you're keeping yourself together too. Gotta make sure you're doing that. Folks need to look into soursop teas and sea moss. Sea moss is full of iodine. So if I do the sea moss, I don't take. Oh, you go, girl, honey. Let me tell you, I tried to take myself off my levothyroxine. I'm telling you, I hate medicine. Honey, my doctor told me if you do this again, I'm gonna come knocking at your door. She said, if you miss your next appointment, because I don't know if this is the same with you, can't handle the truth, but first mine started off every 3 months my blood had to be tested. Then it went from every 3 months to every 6 months. Now I'm every year. So now I can get my medicine prescribed for a year. But when I was under the 6 months, because I was taking myself off of it, I didn't go. And when I tell you, and anybody with hypothyroidism notice, can't handle the truth, when I tell you, and just in my belly alone, I gained about 50 pounds just in the belly. So it was pulling my back in all the way in the back, and it was so painful. And I had got so weak, I could barely walk or anything. So finally, that's when I was like, oh, I got to go and get my medicine. I got to go. And when I got there and they did all the blood work and stuff, my doctor came in and was like, girl, if you do this again, if you mix your next appointment, I will be knocking at your door. She said, you are killing yourself. But I had met this lady at this conference, and she told me after 2 years she was able to completely get off of her thyroid medicine. And so I was gonna try that too, but I don't think I'm ready for that right now. Because I've tried it, but maybe I haven't done sea moss or the sour sop teas. Now I get my iodine through seaweed. So I go to this health food store here, Seven Nanda here, and they have the little flavored seaweed and like the little packages. I don't know if you've seen them, but they have like teriyaki seaweed or um garlic seaweed and stuff. So I'll buy those and I'll eat those. So that's how I get my iodine. But I do a lot of black charcoal. I get the natural black charcoal where I go in Seven Nanda and just scoop it up and put it in a bag. And so I pour that in water. I brush my teeth with it. I do a lot of things with it. But I do the black charcoal too. Guys, and black charcoal is a very good thing to have around, just especially in the times we're getting ready to go through right now. Black charcoal is a very good thing to have on hand, because I don't know if you guys know, but black charcoal is also when people are overdosing on drugs, they give them a spoonful of the black charcoal, and that brings that stuff back up. Now I know they have the other little knocker and whatever they have now, but how they've mostly always done it is give them a spoonful of black charcoal. Plus, you can use black charcoal to pack wounds. So, like, if you get any kind of wounds or infection or anything, and the ambulance or whatever is not coming fast enough or whatever, you can pack those wounds and stuff with that black charcoal. Everybody should research that and see if you have a health food store in your area, and just, it's not even expensive. I get a scoop of that and it lasts me for a long time, and a scoop probably is like 60 cents or a dollar, depending on how much of it you get. But it's not very expensive, and I'm gonna tell you, honey, it will leave your teeth white if you brush your teeth with that. But I'm gonna try that sour sop and sea moss and see. Can't handle the truth because I can't stand medicine. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you. That's why I was saying, Vicky, the other day, and this is starting to get me down too, but I jumped back out of it. Like I told you guys, I know I'm so much more than this driving. I am so much more than this, so much more than a 9 to 5, all of that stuff. But I can't live out my dreams or do what I need to do right now. And it's starting to get me because I'm like, I'm finna be 54 in July, and all of this stuff, like my sweatshirt that I've been trying to bring out for the longest, which I'm not gonna bring that out until I get it actually trademarked. But I came up with that in 2005. But I knew the world wasn't ready for that then, but they're ready for it now. But I'm not gonna put that out until I get it trademarked. But I have done some t-shirts and all that, but I have so much creativity inside of me. um oh my God, even my sewing skills, all of that stuff, I'm so much more than this, and I'm just praying that God will soon take me from this and free up some of my time so that I'm able to put more of my time into um all of my art and all of my creative things and what I want to do, because even though I don't have kids, I wanted to leave a lot to my brother. Everything I have is going to go to him, and I just wanted him, to be okay when I leave this world, or my mom leave this world, or whatever. I want him to be okay and still be able to manage and everything. So at first I used to always be like, what am I doing all of this for? What? But then I realized I'm doing it for him. I don't have kids, but he's gonna have a family and all of that stuff. So I want everything. I want so much to leave to him. Um, Oh yeah, it was scary. Can't handle the truth. I was bit, because they had to do a C-section to pull the tube out through there. So my mom said they showed her the tube too. I didn't see it, but my mom said they showed it to her. And she told me how it was or whatever. But I had to have a they cut me like a C-section cut, and pulled the tube out through that way or whatever. So I was bedridden for 6 weeks, and that was my first time ever taking Percocet, right? Oh my God, that was the only thing that would kill the freaking pain. Oh my God, it was so painful. And oh my God. And just imagine being home by yourself. My mom would come over every day and, clean up. Well, she didn't have to come every day, but she came and cleaned up, washed my dishes and washed my clothes and different stuff, whatever I needed done. She came and did all of that stuff for me. But other than that, I was home every day by myself until she came and did whatever needed to be done. But it was so painful. And that's why I said after that, they're like, well, you can still get pregnant because you still have the left fallopian tube. I'm just like, no, I ain't trying that no more, because it was scary. Oh my topic C. Yeah, and the thing about it, I had this homeboy that lived in the same apartments with me, Adrienne. And his mom had died from that. Like everybody that I knew who knew somebody with an ectopic pregnancy or something, they didn't make it through, guys. That's why I knew it was a God. And they told me all that time I was asleep, like that doctor said, if you had a left that alarm clock for 8 o'clock, you wouldn't be here this morning. That's why I stayed. That girl, I told her I never was going to stop talking to her. She saved my life and didn't even know it. Nobody had ever called me at that time of night to schedule an appointment. And that's the only reason I changed that alarm clock that night. And that doctor told me, had you left that alarm clock for 8 o'clock, you would not be here. Because I had been bleeding eternally the whole time while I was sleeping, all of that, and didn't even know it. um I just knew I was in a lot of pain, and I kept calling the doctor and telling her. But yeah, it was crazy. But that was one of the things I hate. But I said, I guess that just wasn't in my yeah, Vicky, I have. That's why I say I can smile and laugh through it now, because all of that stuff taught me my strength, and I saw how strong I was. And even when I went through that ectopic thing, the girl that was in the hospital bed next to me, now mind you, I just been cut across the stomach. I got tubes and all of that attached to me because they putting the blood in me and everything, right? But my thought was, like, when you lay in the hospital and stuff, you lay there and die. So the girl next to me, I think I've told this story before. The girl next to me, for some reason, she kept having her children, but they would live for a couple of days and then die, all of them. So this time she had twins. And so the same thing happened. They lived for a couple of days and they died. So she had kind of went crazy. She was in the room cussing God. She would be like, God, give me my goddamn babies. And just going crazy. So I would get up out of my bed, drag all of that stuff over to her bed, and sit over there on her bed and hug and rock her and all of that. And every time the nurses come in, they would call my last name. They'll be like, you can't be doing that. You in a worse position than she is. You can't keep getting up out of bed. They would put me back in the bed. Soon as they go back out the room, I would get back up and do the same thing. And finally, this last nurse, she was an African lady. She got mad. She went off on me. And at the time when she did that, my mom was walking in the room. And so my mom didn't know what was going on because she had just got there. So when she heard the lady yelling at me, they kind of got into it a little bit until the lady told her what was going on. And I kept telling that lady, I'm not finna lay here and die. I'm not finna lay here and die. And they was like, you ain't gonna die. I was finna call my last night. They was like, you not gonna die. You can't keep getting up out this bed like that. You can't, whatever. So anyway, when the girl mom came, she came over there and met me. She said, they told me, she said, I just wanted to come over here and meet the young lady who they say kept trying to care for my daughter, this. And me and that girl stayed, associates. We talked and stuff after that, but she kind of went completely crazy. She kind of went completely crazy behind that. So we finally lost touch with each other. But Vicky, I have been through a whole lot. That's why I say people don't know, excuse me, all the things I've been through. But I just know that God had things for me to do, and that's why He kept me here. Tra-Luv, moms get superpower strength when something is. Yes, and that's the thing, Patsy. Me and my mom, I could tell anybody. Me and my mom don't even get along. But every time except this last time, every time I've been in the hospital, even when they removed my tonsils and all of that, I woke up, I saw that lady. I'm like, how in the world did she know I was even here? My mom has been, all that stuff I can't deny. My mom has been there for me all the time. And like I said, I don't know how she made it so fast. That lady lived a long ways, about 45 minutes or something from that hospital. And I'm about 25, 20 minutes or something. But when I got through the emergency room, she the first person I saw. I'm just like, I don't know how that lady got there, but she did. So you right about that. You are absolutely right. And I will always love my mom. I love my mom, period. But whenever I go through stuff like that, she's there, except she wasn't there for me this time, but it's okay. Can't handle. I had one and they missed it and sent me home. Big mistake. I was all by my. You had what, Vicky? An ectopic pregnancy? I even tried to sue that hospital. It's sad. I went through 6 different lawyers and they all said the same thing. They said it's sad if you had a died, your family would have been awarded, but by you just losing a tube, they was like the trial was gonna be so lengthy. They was gonna try and hide the first ultrasounds. They said they was gonna have trouble getting those, and they was like, by the time it's over, you're gonna end up owing. So they was like, it's really sad. You had any topic pregnancy, Vicky? I see everybody don't drop people. They stay on when you're talking about negative stuff. But when you start talking about something else, they get gone. I had 2 miscarriages going through the third. Yes, he can't handle the truth. That's another thing. That's why I urge all women to go and get that test to check, because that's what they believe why why that happened with me and my baby, because of the thyroid problem. But the thyroid problem wasn't actually detected until 2009. But they ask you all of those different things. Have you had this? Have you had that? So they were putting that together. They was like, it was because they said I had had it for a while. That's why they diagnosed it with Graves' disease, because I was bad off. But that's what they're associating it with, the thyroid problem. And that's why you see the doctors say they aren't made to give those tests. You have to ask for that test. And that's why I suggest all women just go in, men too, and ask for that test, because there's so many walking around that don't even know they have that. They just think their energy is depleted. They just think, oh, I'm tired, oh, this, or oh, I can't think straight, or oh, I was feeling good this moment and now. No, it's a lot more, and they just need to go get that check. OMG, Trey, our lives are so similar. My God, today. Yes, girl, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I can imagine, but I see the levothyroxine and everything. Yes. And I'm telling you, ladies, whoever has never had that thyroid test, you would be shocked. I urge you guys to please ask for that test, because I'm telling you, the doctor, they have a certain list of tests that they have to give you. My doctor told me that is not one. So they don't just offer that test to you. It's really sad, but they told me it's millions of people walking around that don't even know they have it. I had 2 miscarriages going through the thyroid. Yes, and I'm sorry to hear that. Can't handle the truth. But do you have any kids right now? Do you have any kids? Girl, that's one thing I missed out on. I wanted to be a mom so bad. I had an ectopic pregnancy also. It was so painful, and afterwards I was so depressed. Yes, Carla. Oh, yes, it is so painful. And that's what I kept trying to tell that lady. I called her 3 times, and that third time she yelled. If anything was wrong, we would have saw it on the ultrasound. I guess I had got on her nerve, but I called her 3 times that night before that happened to me. And I kept telling her, ma'am, this can't be a normal pregnancy. I'm in too much pain. This can't be. There's nothing wrong. Everything was okay. And the whole time she was lying. I don't know if she was lying or just didn't know what the hell she was doing. But yes, it was so painful. I couldn't even really sleep. I was up on when I was downstairs in the living room part, I would be on the sofa with my knees on the sofa and like my head on the pillow and just balled up because I couldn't like lay down flat. I would just have my knees up and my head down and just on the sofa like that, just rocking because it was so painful. And that's what I kept trying to tell her. That is one of the most painful things. And I was depressed for a while too. Girl, I probably I was in college at the time. And I told y'all I went to college late. So I was in college at the time. And it was so crazy because me and my mom was already like, well, you gonna finish college, when you have the baby, I'm gonna keep the baby while you go and this. And we were both so excited. And because my mom haven't had a chance to be a grandmother either. And so we were so excited and everything. And then all of that happened. And so um I was out of school for I think about maybe 3 months, I think, and they let me retake the class and all of that stuff. But yeah, I went through a lot. I went through a whole lot. It is very painful and depressing. And I'm glad you made it through that too, though, because like I said, everybody I know who has had somebody that's dealt with that or known somebody dealt with that, they didn't make it through. And that's why I say I was like, God, the doctor was like, oh, you were a very lucky lady. I told him, no, I was a very blessed lady. God swooped down and say 30 more minutes. Not today. Not today, honey. Not her. Not today. And he brought me through it. Tra-Luv, if you get behind in the chat, start from the bottom and go up. E Brooks told me about that. Shout out to E Brooks. Okay. Cause yeah, I do begin can't handle good tip. So sorry, Carla. We so understand it's terrible and makes you feel a loss, even though it wasn't a topic. It does. Trust me, it does. Because guys, at 12 weeks, I was 12 weeks, your baby I think already start having fingers. They may not have the tips or whatever, but all the limbs and stuff already start to grow. And then you already feel like these flutters and all these different things inside of your stomach. You know it's something there, and you're already growing attached to that thing that's there, and you feel all of that. And I was sick as a dog. I'm talking about throwing up, and I could not eat anything but like salads. That's the only thing I could eat was like salads. So you feel all of that, so you already start to build a bond, with what's growing inside of you. So yes, it is, it's a lot, it's a whole lot. I didn't have a tube. Nothing, she just out, but it was too early. I was 6 months. Oh, so you don't have kids either, Leah? Oh my God. You see, oh my, that's why I tell you guys, we are never alone. And I'm telling you, for so long too, like I said, I felt so less than a woman, like, because I didn't have a baby. I just felt so down and just like I haven't really come into my womanhood. And I think too that's a lot why I am still the way I am. Like, I'm very educated, intelligent, and all of that, but I can get down with the get down too. I haven't had responsibility or, anything or nobody looking up to me or anything like that. So thank you, true girl. All our team need prayers, honey. And I'm so happy we not afraid to talk about it, because you start to learn that it wasn't just you. Oh, you have one grown son. Okay. Thank you, Malaysia. So yeah, you start to realize, that it is not just you going through it or whatever. But even my little brother one day, he calls me, and I don't know what was making him think about that, but he goes, Tracy, I'm a little sad because I'm never gonna have the opportunity to be an uncle. And I'm like, I called his name. I'm like, why did you do that? Because you put that stuff in the back of your mind and you forget about it or whatever. I'm like, just think about it. Mom hasn't had the chance to be a grandma yet. So can you imagine how she feels? And he still doesn't have kids either. He just turned 28. He's only had one girlfriend ever in his life. My brother hasn't even had a fight ever in his life. You see, by listening to his rap music, he don't curse. He don't do any of that. But yeah, so he brought that back up, and then that made it stay on my mind for a while, and I had to get over that again too. Yeah, I'm just sitting here reading what everyone has gone through. We're some strong women. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I'm so glad that we're a group that's not afraid to talk about it. And we're from so many different places, and see, we're so much alike. You see, we are strong ass women. Yes, indeed. Right. Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, when you feel that growing in you, it don't wait till 6 months or 7 months and then you start to feel or anything. No, hold on. Somebody texted me. Hold on. I don't know who this is. Mm, oh no, I think that was a stock alert. But yeah, you start to feel it don't just happen at 6 months and all of that stuff, but that's why when my little brother was born, I was like, he I was 26 when my mom had my little brother, so I was sort of like a parent to him or whatever, but my mom, one of those kind too. She ain't letting nobody be no mama to her children. Like she would call, be like, Tracy, bring me my baby. I'll be like, dog, I just left the house with him. Let me hang out. She'd be like, bring my baby on back here. I'm happy we have each other too, Vicky. And believe it or not, right now, how I'm talking on here, it's the more as I talk to people, like, or besides just riding in the car or whatever. And I really don't talk to my customers a whole lot, but um, so yeah, I'm thankful for you ladies too. I really am. Oh, I was feeling my baby at 3 months. That's what I'm telling you. Can't handle the truth. Yes, I was a little over 12 weeks. And just imagine that Liberty tube. That's what my mom said. She said the tube was real skinny, and then where the baby was scratching it, that part was like puffed out, real big or whatever, because it was just steady growing in that Liberty tube, just growing there, growing there. But yes, that's what I'm saying. I was so happy. I was just like, oh, I'm finna finish getting my degree. I'm gonna do this, all this. And my mom was like, I'm gonna keep the baby while you finish school, so you ain't gotta worry about that. And because my mom retired at 48. So my little brother was 6, yeah, 6 when my mom retired. My mom had him at 42. So she was at home every day. So, we were making plans and everything, and then that happened, and I was just like, But some things are not meant for everybody, and that's what I finally had to accept. I was just like, that just wasn't a part of my destiny. But the crazy thing, guys, and oh my God, I've always looked forward to 50 because people would say, oh, your monthly visitor is gonna stop at, guys, I'm almost gonna be 54 in July, and my monthly visitor still comes monthly. She's here right now. The only difference is she only stayed 3 days now instead of 5. But I was happy when I reached that point because I'm thinking, like, okay, she's gonna go. I don't plan on having kids now or anything anymore because, you know, by the time, if I try to have a child now, by the time my child in their 20s, I'll be 70 or something. And I don't think that's fair to a child. Thank you, Vicky. That's what the lady earlier said too, who I just took to the hotel not long ago. Thank you so much. But I feel young too. I really do. But I know I'm older though. But I feel y'all. Thank you for this live, Tra-Luv. That's what it's all about. Women coming together, supporting one another. Yes, you're more than welcome, boss. I appreciate y'all just as much as you guys appreciate me. You see, and as we go on and on, especially in the members only, you know, I'm gonna tell you guys like about me, especially what I've been through these last couple of years. What I've been dealing with. I'm gonna tell you guys in the members only. You guys have no clue. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you because I like to be transparent. It's just I have to get to that point to talk about certain things. Um, but that's what I'm gonna do in our members only group. I'm gonna let it out and I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm so glad I don't have those anymore. I was wishing can't handle the truth. The day I didn't go work out yesterday. I think it was whenever I post that picture. Why did my screen go black? Hold on. Oh, this thing gone down. Whenever I posted my picture in the gym, it came after that, and I was like, each month I'd be like, okay, this gonna be the last month, this gonna be the last month, this gonna be the last month. The only difference is it's down to 3 days now instead of the normal 5 days that it used to do. But girl, I'll be so glad when that's gone for me too. That's why people gotta unlearn a lot of the stuff that we've I didn't have one since my late 30s. Oh wow. Girl, you lucky. Black don't crack. You right about that. You right about that. OMG, I thought your psycho stops at 50. You mean to tell me? Yes, that's why I was finna say, Redbone. We gotta unlearn all this stuff we've been taught and told because it's simply not just in stone. I'm about to be 54 in July, and mine's is still coming. It's here right now. And that's why I said I was so looking forward to 50. And I'd be asking strangers and everybody, I'd be like, excuse me. I'd be like, can I ask you a personal question? You can say yes or no. I just want to know. And I'll ask them, and a lot of them will be like, no, mine stopped at 50 and this and then some will be like, no, I'm still getting it now. So we gotta unlearn and not just set that stuff in stone that, oh, when you turn 50, this is what's gonna happen and this, because it's not true. And I'm here to tell you, mine still come on every single month. So I thought that too, and I was so looking forward to it. 54, where you look in your, oh, Leah, you guys are just so sweet, honey. You are just so sweet at 51. Woo, Lord. Well, oh, that is good. Because, honey, so glad I don't. Mine still come, I tell you. And the second day, it's the worst day, which was yesterday, and be having my stomach hurting and everything. And then on top of that, I was feeling sick and then have to deal with that too. But I just take a goodie for that. Um, they had to take my uterus because of, okay, fibroids. Wow, you see, I had a friend, we was in hair school together, and she couldn't have kids too. She couldn't have kids, whatever, whatever, whatever. So she adopted all, it was crazy, but all her aunts was on drugs. And so she adopted all of their children. So Sonia had about 7 kids that she had adopted that were all her aunt's kids or whatever. And so anyway, about, it was 2006, because we had lost touch, but we reconnected because we was living in the same spot and ran into each other. And she told me, she was like, Tracy, she was like, don't you know, she ended up having her own child. Her son at that time was 10, but she said what had been stopping her that whole time was she had 10 fibroids that were on her uterus. But she said they end up burning them off or cutting them off or doing something. And she said right after that happened, she got pregnant. And she had went and adopted everybody else's kids, thinking she wasn't gonna never have children, and end up having her own. But they had to take, just like my mom, you see, for so I always thought once you got your tubes tied that you couldn't have any more children. You know, my mom didn't want any more children after she had me, and she had her tubes tied. And I always thought if you only had one, they wouldn't tie your tubes. But she got married to my little brother's father, and my little brother's father didn't have any kids. So he wanted kids. And so my mom had her tubes untied to have my brother. So it's like all these things we've been told and, heard and all of that. We have to unlearn a lot of that stuff and know that everybody's body is not the same and people are different. My grandmother was 60 and still, yes. And this is what somebody else told me too. Another lady told me hers stopped at 50. I think she said, but like 2 years or something later, it came back. So I think what we wasn't told was, yeah, it's supposed to disappear or whatever, but then later on it comes back. But mine's just haven't stopped at all yet. So I'll be glad when that does happen and I get a break. But yeah, Malaysia, a lady told me hers. What did Libet say? Because I didn't see hers. Uh, I still don't see it, but okay. But yeah, everybody is different. Oh, I got 4 children. Oh, well, you go, girl, honey. You go. I don't have any. I'm telling you. I don't know. I used to be angry at God and all of that stuff because I'm like, these women out here that don't even want children or abuse children, and they having children left or right. And I'm telling you, honey, man, God has some times, girl. I'm telling you, we had some times because that was just one of the things I wanted so bad. And I just kept saying, you give all these other people this. Wow, I just knew it was going to stop when I turned 50. I got a cup. Don't count on it, Redbone. I'm telling you, don't count on it because mine's didn't. And I was so waiting for it. Nope, I didn't want that treatment. I told the okay to give me a hysterectomy now. Okay, because I was finna say, I know Sonya had hers burnt or cut off or something, went to deal with so much. We have complicated parts. Yeah, but we're also this world. We are this world. We make this world. We are the greatest creatures on the face of this earth. I know the men won't agree, but we are stronger than them mentally. We can just deal with so much more. We can take so much more pain than they can. We are everything. Even though we go through so much, we are the strength of this world. Sometimes once you finally go off, soy products will make your cycle restart. Well, I was taking, so I haven't drank regular cow milk in over 20 some since I found out about my thyroids. When I found out about that, I switched over to soy milk. But then when I got on the levothyroxine, they told me I had to get off the soy because the soy interferes something with the levothyroxine. So now I drink almond milk. So I used to do the soy, but I don't do soy anymore. Now I do almond milk. Now, every now and then, no, that's tofu I get, not I don't know if tofu made of soy, but that's tofu that I get. Because my brother is a complete vegan, guys. He's been that way. Oh, he's been a vegan probably about 10 years now, if not longer. But he yeah, he started that at like 17, 18, so about 10 years. He don't eat no dairy, no cheese, no eggs, no nothing. He's a straight vegan. So it's this place he go to sometime, well, all the time, but I go there sometimes and get the tofu. I'm rethinking why be an organ donor when my parts ain't going to be of any help anymore. I was an organ donor at first too, can't handle the truth, but let me tell you why I didn't do that when I renewed my license, and it's time for me to renew them again. But let me tell you why I didn't do that. Because I know a lot of times people say it's conspiracy theories and all of that, but a lot of times I've heard like this person could have made it or something like that, but instead they went ahead and let them pass to take their organs to sell. Because organs are very, very expensive. Very. I heard like a heart is like $100,000 or something just for the heart. And that doesn't include them putting it in and all of that stuff. So that's why when I renewed my license last time, I didn't check to be a organ donor. I used to be one, but I didn't check it the last time. And guys, another thing I realized, that's why I said I don't know if we really know as black people um what we have, because the melanin in our body as well, that is some very expensive stuff. It's more expensive than gold. It's more expensive than gold, and we have lots of that in our body, guys. You see, that's why they talk about, they be finding these people in the desert and all their organs and all their stuff be gone and this. They can sell the melanin and all of that. And we have a lot of that in our body, guys. And we just don't even know how precious we are. It's crazy. I did a video on organ donor as well. On your channel, Can't Handle the Truth? I don't drink no milk, just mochas. Yeah, I do the almond milk. I know what you were going to say. When Can't Handle the Truth? A little bit, yes, oat milk is good. Okay, I haven't tried oat milk, but it's expensive. Um, I'm rethinking now. Yeah, see. Oh, you saying you knew what I was gonna say about the organ donor? Yeah, that's why I changed it off of my thing, off of my driver's license this time, and I'm not gonna have it this time either when it's time for me to go renew it. We got precious things, honey, in our body. But all milk is expensive now. Yes, yes. I pulled over to the parking lot to listen and chat for a minute, but I am still here. Got to drive, but we'll be listening again. I love you all for your support. We love you too, Vicky, and stay strong. Stay strong. And like I said, um, if you okay, I'm gonna go create email um for this. I had one, I think. I just can't remember it. But Vicky, if you ever need to talk, I would be more than happy to talk to you. And I can tell you, so you can know I know exactly what you're going through. Just stay strong. I know it's hard. Just stay strong, and you drive and be safe. I put mocha in my seat. What is mocha? You mean like chocolate or something? I don't know. Yes, please. I needs email. Okay. I'm gonna go create one. My thing now, it be all cluttered up with so much stuff. I would look for your okay, Vicky. What I'm gonna do when I create it, I'll put it on my community post. I'm gonna add it on here as well. So the next time I come, it'll be here too. But I'm gonna go create one. And I would love to talk to you, Vicky. Trust me, so you can know that I do. I can feel you. Oh, it's coffee. Leah, I don't like coffee. You know what? And whenever coffee and tea, it makes me go to the bathroom a million times a day. I don't it sodas will be that way too, but coffee and tea is worse. It's amplified 100 times. It's like every few minutes I have to stop and use the bathroom every few minutes. So I quit drinking that completely. Even now I be scared to drink tea, and I love me some tea, but I be scared to drink that now because I have to stop and use the bathroom too much. Even I used to tell my customer, I'm sorry, but I got to stop at the bathroom right here real quick and use the bathroom, honey. And I will pull over and use the bathroom. That's what my doctor said can't handle the truth when I was telling them. That's what they told me. Coffee and tea will do that. And I love me some tea, but now I be scared to drink it because I'm telling you, every few minutes I can use the bathroom, get down the road 10 minutes or so down the road and gotta go again. I say no, coffee and tea just gotta be eliminated for me because it's too much. And then like I said, I found myself telling my customers like I gotta use the bathroom, I gotta pull over, I'm sorry, I hope you ain't in no hurry, but I gotta TT real quick and I have to stop and use the bathroom. So I quit completely. I took coffee and tea away completely. Lately now, I've been trying to switch those sodas and I've been doing good. I've been on pineapple juice. What can I think I threw the can away? Yeah, because I threw that bag away. But I've been on like this pure pineapple juice that is usually being like the freezer parts where the coconut water and all of that stuff is. So I've been drinking that lately and some coconut water too. But yeah, I'm trying to get off those sodas. I switched from the Cokes to Sprites because lighter drinks are supposed to be better. But Red Bone, what you saying yes to? I be lost, girl. I'm telling you. Let's see. Yeah, so I had to get off of that stuff, honey, because every few minutes I was running to the bathroom. Every few minutes. Mm. Guys, where y'all at? Is it raining and stuff really hard? Try those ice drinks. You mean like the coffee ice drinks? Because I've never tried those either. I'm telling you, I just stayed away from coffee and tea. I said, You talking about the coffee ones? Can't handle the truth. Pineapple will make your. You think I don't know that, Leah? You think I don't know that, girl? Anything, whatever you eat, that's why they say you are what you eat. Whatever you eat, it will come out. It will come out. It's raining, not hard. No, those carbonated water ice. Oh, okay. You know what? I've never tried carbonated water. Yeah, whatever you eat, honey, it will come through. You think, look, Leah, back in our day, they used to say the celery, when you eat the celery, blue cheese, and pineapples. So me and my homegirls, oh my God, that's what we used to always be eating, celery and blue cheese and pineapples. That we used to always be eating that, girl. I'm telling you, we women be a mess. But yeah, I know that. Why you think I chose pineapple? I could have chose mango. I could have chose any type, but I chose pineapple because yeah, that's been out since back in my day, girl. But yeah, I know. But anything you eat is gonna come out. That's why you know they be. You don't remember they used to be all on Be Love comments talking about they know she smell like seafood down there because she used to eat so much seafood. I must agree, pineapple will make you anything you eat, it's gonna come out like that. If you eat a bunch of junk and pork and all that, that's what you're gonna smell like. For real. You gotta detoxify the body. For real. You gotta detoxify. You know, the body made to heal itself and all of that. You just gotta get all that stuff. You see that stuff start to sit up in our gut and all of that stuff. You gotta remove that stuff. Um, these ice drinks are addictive. I had to stop myself from drinking it. They are so good. Right, can't handle the truth. They used to all be coming in there telling her that um that's what her stuff smell like because she eat too much seafood. And I remember one time she addressed it too. She was like, "No, that ain't what I smell like down there." But yeah, anything you eat like that on just regular, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Guys, it'd be so funny. Boss, yes, they even have the Starburst flavor. So delicious. Can't handle the truth. You be finding all kind of stuff. You like my mom. I think you shop at Aldi's a lot. She loved that store too. That's when B showed her bathroom. She had a whole rack of wash for her U-Haul. For her U-Haul. Yes. Now, guys, that's another thing. Have y'all tried that? What is it? The black girl? And I got some. I don't know why I can't keep thinking of that name. You know the black girl that came out with the stuff for the vagina. Um, and it's in Targets and Walmart and everywhere. And every time I remember when it first came out, you couldn't get it. It was like sold out. Everybody was buying it out. It was sold out. And she have the wash and she have the whites and all of that. And she's a black girl. Let me see if I can. Let me Google. And I can't even think. And I got I got the cucumber one. Hold on. Let me see what it is. B was smelling like the sea. Like pineapple juice does the trick. Drink that B, it will get you right. Pineapples is what I say yes to. Right. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find out. Now, when I say this name, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. She the black girl. They had her all on TV and everything. I seen her video. Yeah, I forgot too, but hold on, I'm finna pull it up. Cause I got the foam and wash kind. Give me 1 second. Um Black girl. You're gonna be like, oh, because hold on. Honey pot. Honey pot. Y'all don't know her? The honey pot girl? She's a black girl that created that. And boric acid Wuha wash is good as well. Boric acid? You can put that down there, can't handle the truth? Yeah, you know, and so every time you try to go buy that stuff, at least here in Atlanta, it was sold out. Finally, one day at the CVS, I went in there because I used to go to Walgreens, Walmart, Target, CVS, everywhere. It was gone. So finally, I went back to the CVS and the girl was like, we sold out, but we got a shipment coming in tomorrow. I was like, please, please, I promise I'll be here. I was like, can you please just put me one aside? Because somebody told me too, the girls that work there be getting that stuff first, and that's why it don't be none left on the shelves and stuff for people. But I was like, can you please just put me one to the side, and I promise I'll be here. And she was like, okay, what time you gonna come? And I told her, so she did. She put me one to the side. It's good, Malaysia. I do the cucumber one, and then I think the one, the orange, that with the orange label, I think that's the sensitive one. So that one don't have any type of smell. But I like that one and the cucumber one. I'm going to post some of those Okay, do that. Can't handle the truth because I boric acid. I don't know. That's kind of scary. I'm scared to try anything other than, but you know, Gertrude, now, unless they've redone Summer's Eve, you know, that one, I don't know, you know, that one, it wasn't good for me. And then I used to hear a lot of people saying that one didn't do good for them either. But now, unless they've redone it, I haven't tried it because once I try you and you do some funny stuff or whatever, then I have to let you go. But honey pot, that one is really good. No, Leah, I'm going to post what I'm talking about. But ladies, in all actuality, it seems crazy, but we really not even supposed to be putting soap or anything or whatever in that area. But I know we'd be like, oh, I gotta wash it, you know. But we really not supposed to be putting soap or anything in that area. You know, it cleanses itself. And I think like doing our monthly visitor, that's his cleansing period right there. That is cleansing everything in there during that time. Gertrude, I don't use. Yeah, I stopped using that too. Oh, it looked like Money Boy Pro. Did he go live or did he just post a video? I just saw something pop up. Um, can somebody see if he live for me really quick and let me know? I don't use that anymore. Yeah, I stopped using that too. Can't handle the truth. But let me tell you, a couple of weeks ago, I was in Walmart buying the honey pot. And so it was this guy, this man, he was on the aisle. He was the only one on the aisle. And that's where he was looking at the Summer's Eve. He grabbed it and bought it too. But when I walked on the aisle, y'all should have saw how he looked like. It was like, because right when I walked on the aisle, he was reaching to get it right then. And when he saw somebody come, he looked back and it was like he hesitated a little bit and wanted to put it back, but he got it and went on. Okay, Money Boy Trey is live. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, but tomorrow, guys, is gonna be extremely busy because the golf tournament is up here. It's in Augusta, but we're gonna be getting a lot of people coming in the airport going down to Augusta. So tomorrow is going to really, really be busy. So if I don't find the time to come back tomorrow or post a video, I will be back on Tuesday. So guys, thank you again. And Vicky, if you're still listening, I'm going to get that email going and I'm going to post it on my community post so you can get that. And please, please, Leah, Vicky, anybody that wants to email me, please. And can't handle the truth. So I'm gonna get that and you guys email me. Thank you so much, Leah girl. I love you so much. Thank you. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the moderators too when I get off. I'm gonna do the moderators. So the next live, you guys should see who's moderators. And if whoever doesn't want it, please let me know and I will take you off. But I'm gonna do that when I get off. Thank you so much, Truth Girl. I love you so much too. Thank you so much for your support. Miss Margie, thank you so much for your support. I ain't going. Thank you so much for your support. Everybody that came in this live, and especially the ones that stuck with me all the way through, even though we weren't being messy. thank you. I really, really love you guys. Thank you. And you guys make me feel so good. I think when I finish looking at Money Boy, I'm going to get out and run in the rain and just tell God thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Good night, Redbone. Thank you. Thank you, Carla. I love all you guys. Thank you, boss. Thank you, Gertrude. See you guys later. I'll see y'all over in Money Boys Live. Bye.